Perhaps I am. It's now legal to kill your enemies. Hi guys, Jess here, or Jess on the Move. Basically, today is one of my random Friday videos, and for it I decided to, I was going to read one of my more recent stories, because I like to write stories, but I actually found some of my older stories on the internet. So that's what I'm going to read to you. They're interesting to say the least. I don't know what one to go for. I think I'm going to go for Forbidden Love. No, that's just embarrassing. Okay, well, I know what I'm going to go for. How bad can it get? I did read this one the other day and I did get a little bit confused, but I'm pretty sure this was based on a dream actually, so you know, it's obviously not going to be great. I'll just read like a part to you today. Chapter 1. Author's note. This chapter is really short, but I didn't want to go in any longer. I thought it was a good place to end it. I hope you like it. Tell me what you think? Question mark, little love heart. I thought I'd changed person halfway through, but it's okay, I haven't. It's almost dark on a Friday night. She's a teenage girl walking alone through the centre of town. If this was any normal period in the history of the world, she would be raped or kidnapped, but it's not. She's much more likely to get eaten. What a lovely first paragraph. Set the scene a little bit. Luckily she was armed, if only with a cricket bat. She was nearly at her resting place for the night anyway. I'm not even going to comment. That's when she heard it, the scream. Only it wasn't the scream of one of the monsters that most of humanity has become. Oh no, it was the scream of someone living and still breathing. Every instinct told her to run, to get away from here as soon as possible. Whoever it was has probably been bitten, but she couldn't, she had to help. She ran towards the direction of the screaming and saw a young boy crouched over with a biter attacking him. Only a single one though, so he's in luck. How does she know whether the biter was single or not? Like, it could have been married in a previous life. I know that's not what I was writing, but, you know, it's how it sounded in my head. She ran over to him and smashed the biter's head in and then hauled him up and dragged him down and out of the alley into the street. I swear to God, my grammar in this story is like not even worth it. Like, why should I even try? Did it bite you? She demanded whilst running. What? Did it bite you? She asked again. What? No, it didn't have time. Before you got there, that is. Why would you say that? It didn't have enough time before you got there. Before you just heroically saved me, it didn't have enough time. Just say no. No, I've not been bitten. Do you want to check me over? Pat me down? You know, whatever. I'm pretty sure he turned sassy later as well, which is like... ouch. Good. Keep up with me. Your screaming probably attract all of the biters in this area. What was I doing? Saving someone else? She thought to herself. She'd chosen to be alone since this disease broke out, made a few friends along the way, but never stuck with any one group for too long. Never needed to. This was going against every bone in her body, but that's just it. The caring for others is what proves she's still human. What differentiates her from the biters or zombies, whatever, Trevor. After about 5 minutes of running, they made it to the shop. It was only a small corner shop, but it was entirely closed off, and she'd made it safe for anyone to come to in an emergency. Even sprayed on the shutters telling people it was here. Wow, genius. She drew the shutters up slightly and pushed the boy in. She followed shortly after, checking over my shoulder. Oh my god. I did change. Oh. It's not often, but there is some. I swear to God. This is the worst thing ever. Checking over her shoulder to make sure none of them were anywhere nearby. She pulled the shutters down after her and walked the rest of the way into the shop. It was fairly dark in here, but it was dark everywhere. When she'd first came here, she'd put a lot of effort into making it more home-like. She'd pushed the shelves to the side, some in front of the store door to prevent anything getting in. But how did they get in then, if there were shelves in front of the door? Oh my god. It was quite spacious in here without any shelves in the way. So she had laid some sleeping bags down. She put the supplies that she'd gathered on the shelves and left it like that. She had a few locations around town that she had turned into places like this, just so she doesn't get stuck out in the dark. "What's your name?" she asked, sitting down on her sleeping bag. "Jaden, you?" He does the same on the sleeping bag opposite and faces her. "Brody, how'd you get caught out there like that?" "They came up from behind me. I didn't see it until it was on me." "Well, Jaden, you definitely don't look like the kind of person who's been out by themselves for the past week." "A week?" "I'm sorry, but she would not have had enough time to make all little shelters all across town in a week, and then, oh god, this is so bad. I don't know if you're seeing it as this bad, but from someone who's actually I consider myself to have gotten better at writing, and this is not. I regret choosing to read it. You look like you've still been living the cushy lifestyle. How do you manage that then?" "My parents and I are living in our house still, but I had to leave by myself." He had a thick posh boy accent. And he was exactly the stereotypical boy who would have gone to a rich all boys private schools. The type of boy that would have looked down on girls like her, yet here she was, after saving him. Right. "I see. Well, you have to learn how to fight pretty quickly. You up to that?" She chucked him an apple and he took a bite out of her own. It tasted solely of preservatives. Not much of the fresh apple taste left, but it was still good. "I don't know. You'll have to be," she said smugly. Why would he be smug about that? In this time it's do or die. My dear Jaden, what the fuck? Like, about 5 minutes ago she was shouting at him, like asking him if he'd been bitten, and now she's acting like she'd known him all of her life. "You seem to be enjoying yourself too much. This just doesn't fit. Like, it doesn't make any sense." She should have just ignored it, but she couldn't resist. "Perhaps I am. It's now legal to kill your enemies." Oh my god. She winked at him. And the look of sheer terror that had crossed his face was worth it. "Now get some sleep. I'm taking you to some of my good friends tomorrow. They're a group up to the north of the city, and you'll be able to stay with them. I don't want you with me." She was just acting like his friend, wasn't she? Cool. He frowned and looked a little hurt, but she didn't care. She'd done her job, saved him, gave him somewhere to stay just for the night, and she couldn't have him with her anyway. He's a liability. She could establish that much. She watched him as he clambered into his sleeping bag, still a little shaky from his experience. I swear to God, like they've just been chatting about like random everyday stuff, like why is he still a little bit shaky? Like that doesn't make any sense. He would just be calm now, like completely 100% fine. She watched, and jumping at every sound that came from outside. He was, however, truly handsome. He had dark brown hair that was swept over his forehead and was just cut to his collar. Oh, so he looks like a proper posh boy then, you know, with comb overs and everything. Dark brown hair that was just cut to his collar. His eyes, now shut, were a glittering emerald green, and his skin a flawless beige colour. No, what am I doing? She couldn't let herself become attached to him. She needed to be on her own. Too many people she cared about have died from this virus thing. She'd killed too many people, and if she let this guy in without him even knowing him, she could start knowing him, start finding out more about him, and then she might not want him to go. She might want to have some company for once. She wouldn't allow it, never. And then I've put another author's note saying, got any ideas on what my hype on yet? Yeah, no, that was the worst. That was the worst one. I might read that to you next week. Yeah, so that's my old writing. Tell me what you think. I don't know, I don't really have any viewers on this channel yet, so you probably won't tell me what you think, but you know, I'll still continue to make videos every Monday, Wednesday and Friday anyway. Monday is challenges for my sister, Wednesday is like a Dear Becca thing, the completely original idea, and Friday is just random things. So it'll be me sitting here talking to you, or it'll be me filming videos like this, or it'll be me doing random things. I don't know, yeah. See you Monday. Bye.